This is College Justice Walking, a California State University East Bay 2012, a partnership between JustFaith Ministries, All Saints Catholic Church, Y&H Soda Foundation, and the Family Emergency Shelter Coalition. CSU East Bay is a secular institution in Hayward, California. Thanks to a grant from the Soda Foundation, a Catholic club was formed a few years ago and is thriving today through the leadership of campus minister Eunice Park. The Catholic Club sponsors weekly Mass on campus, as well as weekly social gatherings and other activities open to all students. The club agreed to pilot College Justice Walking last spring with 8 courageous students. This is their experience. The group initially convened in a classroom. Through prayer, reflection on current issues facing the world and the local community, and the discussion of church's social teaching and relevant scriptural passages, these students formed a small Christian community called to action. The action was to develop a relationship with a local social service agency. The Family Emergency Shelter Coalition, FESCO, generously offered to host the project, the restoration of a garden area at their transitional housing program, Banyan House. Banyan House serves homeless families with children through affordable shared housing. Families at Banyan House live together and support each other as they work toward more independent living. The garden had been unattended for several years, yet offered a great space to grow fruits and vegetables for the residents of Banyan House. The college justice walkers, some with no prior experience in gardening, learned to prepare the growing beds by weeding and removing plants. With the garden bed cleared, they amended the soil with a fortified soil mix. Then they solicited seed and plant donations locally to bring to the garden. They designed the planting space and planted the new seeds and seedlings. They even devised a watering schedule to ensure the plants would continue to grow through the summer after the college justice walking program had ended. During the visits to Banyan House, the college justice walkers also met the Banyan House staff, toured the facility, met the families, and discussed the issues of homelessness in the community and how that impacted them as Catholics. Another major experience for the CSU East Bay group was the community pilgrimage. They visited the elite gated community at Stonebrae in the Hayward Hills. And then traveled less than 2 miles to a homeless shelter nearby and saw a very different type of community. Next, they visited a thriving commercial retailer outside downtown Hayward. And observed men looking for day jobs, waiting to be hired right across the street. And finally, they visited the site of a new oil-fired power plant in the industrial area of Hayward in its final stage of construction. Just a short walk from the Shoreline Nature Preserve. In each of these sites, the students were asked to reflect silently and simply observe the surroundings. The purpose was for the students to observe and reflect on the social contrasts right in their own community. These reflections led to more journaling and more deep thinking. So how did the program impact them? Well, here are some of their thoughts.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Katrina, and I'm a student at Cal State East Bay. I just recently participated in the JusticiWalking through the Catholic Club, and my experience was a good one, in my opinion, because I think, for me personally, I believe that community service is really important, but it's also important as a Catholic to understand what the biblical messages is behind for service. And we don't really get that many opportunities to actually figure out what those meanings are behind our actions towards others. So I felt like this first experience with the club was a first step. It was a first step in something that could bloom into something more. And I'm really grateful for programs like this because for me it's really important to not only do things for others, but also to do it with a sense of purpose behind it. And if that purpose is for God, then that's that's a really good thing that people should experience.
So whenever you're ready.
Greetings.
Hi.
Hello.
Good.
So I decided to do this college JusticiWalking experience because I wanted to try something different, something I haven't done ever before. And I've done community service before, but never working in a garden. And I really enjoyed the experience, and I enjoyed just being hands-on. Also, like, we met some of the people who live there, and it was just, they're very interesting characters, and just makes me appreciate everything I have in my life, and just gives me a different perspective.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. I joined because I wanted to do some community service as well. I haven't really done too much in my lifetime. So we went to FESCO to garden, and we made some flowers. I'm just kidding. We made plants. So hopefully those fruits will and vegetables will, you know, feed those who are going to be living there. So it's a small step, but you know, it's always nice to bring life into the world. So yeah, you should do it too.
Oh, and the garden at Banyan House? Well, it's growing quite nicely thanks to the college Justice Walkers. In fact, the group plans to visit soon to get a lesson in pruning.